Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dee about to react to this vid by Jew Almighty. It's titled Sneako finally crashed out on Myron. Oh, why did he finally crash out and switch sides? Let's see exactly what occurred. Let's watch.
Last week, Sneako crashed out on everybody.
Osmongold, this guy's a fuck retard and fuck Osmongold too. An idiot sitting in his attic.
And I mean everybody.
It's like super sassy, like, F you. Yeah, you don't want to collab with me? It's green lit, on site. Raptors come out as a bigger person? No. No, I mean, I am the bigger person. I'm a free man and he's locked up in jail.
Ooh.
As a matter of fact, Myron is the only person that he didn't attack. And now it seems like Sneako finally got around to addressing Myron.
It's like, you want to be a slave that bad? Why do you want to be a good slave? I was born in this country, and this is my country. I'm not a guest in my own country. That's retarded.
Which is really weird because Myron is just as bad, if not worse, as everybody that Sneako crashed out on.
I am the captain. You know what I'm saying? I'm dripped up. I'm dripped up, dripped out. You know?
I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
I think it's unacceptable for Muslims to openly pray at Times Square.
Well, it's also unacceptable for Muslims to not pray. Like, it's unacceptable to not pray. Like, Myron, you say you have strong opinions about Muslims and what Muslims are supposed to do. You're supposed to be praying 5 times a day. That's unacceptable to not do that. But you're not going to mention that, or you're not going to do it. Instead, you have strong opinions about people that are praying. If you aren't praying at all, respectfully, you should not have opinions about people that are praying. You understand?
Agreed.
Maybe figure out your own deen first before you talk about others.
This is why I've never gotten why Sneako is so loyal to somebody like Myron. Because at this point, especially where Sneako is, I guess, in his life development, personality, whatever arc he's on now, is very opposite of everything Myron believes and talks about. Myron is the same person that thinks America is a white Christian country and should remain that way, when America was 100% founded as a secular country and black people were already in this country before it was founded. Sneako actually cooked Myron in the debate last year about this being a white Christian country.
I assimilate, because I'm there as a guest. There is nothing wrong with nationalism, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to preserve your country. So I'm not one of these sub-Saharan stupid monkeys. And honestly, if you guys want to see what happens when you lose the white majority, look at fucking Toronto. No, thank you.
Which Sneako objected to.
The host religion gets to assert a level of dominance, unfortunately, because they're the majority and they're the ones that.
But the founding fathers didn't have for that. They didn't even say that. They didn't say they wanted Christian dominance. If they wanted Christian dominance, they would have included the Bible in the Constitution.
So how they can have those type of debates and still be friends or still be aligned has never made sense to me, especially not when it comes to what Sneako says he believes in.
Why? Because the United States of America is not a Muslim country.
It's not a Christian country either. It's not, and he just wants to do that to get the American chuds on his side. America is a country with freedom of religion. We've said this a billion times. I said it to him in this debate. Here's John Adams, the Treaty of Tripoli, 1797. Founding fathers said the government of the United States is not in any sense founded on the Christian religion. What else do you need?
Which is why church and state was always kept separate until these white Christian nationalists are trying to support Donald Trump's dictatorship and just make it all one big thing. And now indoctrinate kids in school with the Bible.
Tonight, the top education.
Oh, I heard about this, and that this would be taking place in Texas as well, of course, in the South. Listen, whenever we reacting to crazy stuff that be happening in the States, a lot of it be happening in these red states, which is in the South. So it's just really interesting. And people who are in other countries, I don't think they understand how separated the states are and how massive it is and how different we are, like state to state. So it's pretty similar to how it is in Europe, with like how each country is different. That's how it is in the States. Each state is very, very different. A lot of our states are as big as countries in Europe. So it's very similar in that regard, as far as there being so many vast regional differences. But yeah, apparently in some of these red states, they are trying to implement this into the curriculum. Okay, when your kid goes to school, regardless of what, you know, spiritual beliefs y'all have at home, they trying to teach them about Christianity. So they don't care if you Muslim, if you atheist, if you Buddhist or whatever. It's like, nah, we teach them about Jesus. we got some courses that are gonna go over the Bible. Like, that's crazy to me. Like that doesn't seem very, you know, whatever. I have my own opinion about that, but yeah, I don't agree with that.
official in Oklahoma.
It's not about being anti-Christian, obviously, but I think that, you know, you should be allowed to raise your children the way that you want. And if y'all have a different religion than, you know, the majority, like, I don't think it's fair to be like, nah, they got to learn this anyway. No, they have to take this class. What?
Oklahoma, directing all schools across the state to incorporate the Bible and the Ten Commandments into the curriculum. The move coming just days after Louisiana became the first state to require all public school classrooms to display the Ten Commandments.
It's the southern
Texas
states.
and Utah laying
Texas.
similar laws.
No matter how much you cry about it, how much you complain about it, how much you want to say fucking Islamophobia, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. This is not a Muslim country, and to be honest with you, it'll probably never be a Muslim country. They're about 1 to 2% of the population.
Well, yeah, keep religion out of school then. Like, that shouldn't be something that, whatever.
It's not a Muslim.
Yeah, well, you're not doing a great job. What type of Muslim is trying to prevent the growth of Islam? Why? So you're Muslim and you admit that Islam is the truth. You are actively contributing towards preventing the growth of the religion you believe is true.
Muslim country. You can sit there and get mad at me all day. It's like, it's not a Christian country. It's not a white country. It's not an XYZ. How about this? It's not a fucking Muslim country, okay? You're a guest here. Openly praying.
I'm not a guest here. It's like, do you want to be a slave that bad? Why do you want to be a good slave? I was born in this country, and this is my country. I'm not a guest in my own country. That's retarded. If I'm a guest here, then where's my home?
They had this exact same debate before,
Hello.
literally.
Saudi Arabia? Then Christians, their home would be in Palestine, where Jesus is from. Not in Ohio. If you're Catholic too, then your home would be the Vatican. The founding fathers were fleeing the Catholic monarchy.
This is so funny. This is actually Sneako's version of dealing with a raccoon, a sellout to his own people and what he believes in. Because their argument is about Islam and Islam's place in America. There are people of color that have done nothing but shit on the black community. Now Sneako is getting the taste of his own medicine because Myron is a Muslim that's done nothing but shit on Islam in America.
What I'm saying is, as a guest, right? Because we are guests here.
What does that mean? We're guests.
We're guests. This is not a Muslim country. This is not a Muslim country.
It's a freedom of religion country.
Yeah.
It's a secular country.
Okay.
What do you mean we're guests? I'm a citizen here. I'm not a guest. No. Hold on. I'm not a guest. I have a passport. I was born here.
Of course.
It's very frustrating dealing with people like this because they're working against their own self-interest. They're working against their own families. They're giving enemies to their own people ammunition to use against them.
Yeah, I think we're guests here. That is.
Dude,
Do you know what that means?
No,
yeah, he's
the Islamic
such an
faith
idiot.
and the religion of Islam, you are a guest as a Muslim in the United States.
I'm not a guest in my home.
But we are guests here. We are guests here.
We were born here.
Yes, but our religion, our religion.
So now your faith makes you a guest.
Yes, if you're gonna,
make
yes, to a degree,
sense.
yes.
What an
It's not,
idiot.
I'm not just saying this is as Muslims were guests. I think.
What about
everyone-
minorities? Are minorities guests in America?
Like, what do you mean minorities? Like blacks and shit like that?
Or anybody not
Asians?
white? Anybody not white?
Yeah, I mean, I would say yeah.
Also guests.
Which is why black people have historically hated raccoons and sellouts because they do the same thing.
At Times Square is highly inappropriate, not good for the religion in general. And to be honest with you, I brought my brother on who's far more versed in religious, and he was able to cite scripture as to why it's not cool to pray on Times Square.
Not cool. There's no fatwa saying it's not cool. It says the world is a masjid. We can pray where we want, especially when it's sanctioned. We weren't blocking anybody. And Myron just has strong opinions about this for some reason. I don't know if it's an inferiority complex. Myron has a strong opinion about this. We literally just hosted the World Cup, and every nation was out there in Times Square. The Argentinians came out in hordes. There was like 1,000 Argentinians, and they were stomping on the British flag. Myron doesn't say a word about that. You have the Norwegians coming out in hordes. Uroo, uroo, uroo. Myron doesn't say anything about that. 200 Muslims praying in Times Square a year ago, and he's still chimping out about it.
Myron doesn't have a problem with any of those things because white people don't have a problem with any of those things. What he has a problem with is whatever white supremacists and racists have a problem with. They're very Islamophobic, so he is too. They're very anti-black and racist, so he is too. They're very misogynistic, so he is too. Marvin knows exactly who he's drifting to, and he'll put down any religion other than Christianity. He'll put down any people other than white people. He'll attack anyone other than white supremacists. He has never said anything critical about white people.
We have the Mexicans out there. I was streaming it all the time. If it's an American country, I went there after America beat Bosnia. There was no Americans with the American jersey besides me. I was the only one. Remember that? You know who else is out there? The Senegalese. You had the French in hordes. Foreigners asserting their dominance in Times Square. a sanctioned area where you're allowed to go there. Where's the chipping out over this? Where are people upset?
Between cleanliness, showing off, being disruptive to the host nation, etc. All of these different things. And look,
That kick them all out. Yeah, I know. Myron said kick everybody out. But do you see how dumb that is? We're hosting the World Cup. Imagine, like, if we follow Myron's logic.
This comment is 100% true. Myron has an inferiority complex. He is submissive to white people 100%. He will sell out himself, his mama, and anybody else if it pleases a white person. He's one of those people that will be successful and still have imposter syndrome because he doesn't have a real identity of his own. And honestly, Sneako was like that at one point too because he wasn't too far off from Myron.
Yeah, that's why, listen, when Sneako is preaching, I give him his ones and twos. It's like, okay, I will give you that because you are saying something logical here, but he's definitely on some bullshit sometimes as well. Also, the term chimping out, I hate that term. I think it's just so disgusting. I don't even like when people use it, even when they're trying to make a point. But yeah, Sneako definitely has his issues, and I'm not going to be too heavily on his side, but here he's speaking facts against Myron.
You should do Nazi salutes together.
Exactly. That's why at the very beginning I'm just like, oh, now he's switching up because it's like this was your bestie at first and y'all were being ignorant and bigots together. So
Like they wouldn't be the first people strung up or thrown in the oven if Nazis took over the world.
You're hosting the World Cup, inviting people to come and celebrate their nations, and you ban them from being able to wave their flag. That's his logic. You should ban everybody else's flag besides the American flag, even when you're hosting the World Cup in your nation. What?
let's be honest here. Let's be very blunt. Praying in Times Square, whether you don't mean it to come off that way or not, is a show of dominance, and we are coming. You might not look at it like that. It might be, yo, it's harmless Ramadan prayer, bro. It ain't that
good, Myron. You're Muslim, right? Why are you mad about the truth spreading? If Islam is the truth, and we're saying, yes, Islam is not hiding, we're not in fear, why would you be mad about the truth getting around there? Aren't you the red pill?
Seems like a fake ass Muslim.
Oh, seriously, fair. What I'm telling you is, a lot of people are going to look at it in a negative fashion.
Fuck them, Myron. Why are you siding with the kuffar? Fuck the people who are mad at the truth for no valid reason. Why are you siding with people you know are wrong? Are you a slave? They are wrong. They are mad for no real reason, and you are amplifying it and choosing to pick them instead of your brothers. This is slavery mentality.
This is so funny. These are literally the same arguments
With
I've
black
had
people.
against him, Myron, the Cartier family, Officer Tate, all these sellouts. Because they're people of color, but they're siding with white supremacists that hate them just for being born.
So this is on brand for Myron. I'm not surprised that he's doing this at all, because yeah, he does it with his black side as well, you know.
Complexion against other black and brown people. These goofballs chose to align with MAGA, white supremacists, the far right, and were used, and some of them are still being used as attack dogs against us and anybody that is not a white Christian.
Myron, you were in my speech the other day, and I said, you know, you're doing a great job calling these, but, you know, if we take this country back, we want it for white folks, and would you go home and you said I was born here and I'm not going anywhere? And this is where I think the problem is with working with non-whites, is that once you think you help us, that you're just going to stay in our country. Do you still stand with that answer?
So embarrassing.
Bro, you look, man, I know you're trying to get a clippable moment here for your...
No, it's the truth, man. This is the issue with white...
I mean, it is the truth. What, he's not saying anything wrong. These racist people, once you help them with their agenda, it's like, okay, you can go to N-word, hard R. Okay, now you go with them. Thank you for your assistance. Bye. We no longer need you. This is whites only. White power. That's what they're going to do to your stupid ass. So what do you mean you're just trying to get a clippable moment? No, he's speaking facts. That's how they feel about your stupid ass. Hello?
With non-whites.
But suddenly Sneako is woken up and he's seeing how lame this is. How much of a sellout and Uncle Tom and
That's from Dave Chappelle.
Uncle Ruckus Myron is. And he's addressing it finally. And keep in mind, Sneako's not too far removed from being all of that himself. Just a couple months ago, he was defending people like Chud the Builder being able to call black people the N-word in public.
When black people say the same exact word, it's a term of endearment. When white people say it, so many people think you should act violently. My point is you have to let go of victim mentality. It holds you back more than any of the control mechanisms that we imagine.
Where academics washed him in the debate.
People have been exterminated. That's caused other people to realize.
I reacted to that whole situation But yeah, check out Drew's vid down below to hear the rest of his commentary and to see what else Sneako says about Myron. But very interesting because now he's against Myron because Myron is, not uplifting the religion that they share. But, it's like you didn't care when he was talking down on black people. That was cool. You had no criticism for that. But now when it comes to this, now you real vocal. So Sneako can get the fuck on as well. I don't like him either. But yeah, Myron is an idiot. I mean, how many times can we say that on this channel? We all know that. But yeah, very interesting that he is doing that with the religion as well. And now other people are like, whoa. Now you're going too far. It was cool when you was putting down black people, but now, you being self-hating when it comes to your own religion. It's like he's doing that with his race as well. Why are you surprised? But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.